Hello. Hi. My name is Noor Afiza binti Masno. I am a year 1 medical student at UMS, and this video is for our public speaking assessment, and I hope you enjoy it. Psst. Remember when we were all kids and we all thought Squidward was just a grumpy old grudge? And then we grew up. Suddenly, Squidward was relatable. Maybe you have that moment when you're watching Spongebob and you think, wait, am I Squidward? It turns out Squidward has a lot to teach us about adulting and navigating the ups and downs of everyday life. So today we're going to explore the life lesson of Squidward tentacles and why, whether we like it or not, we all have a bit of Squidward. First off, let's talk about Squidward's craving for peace and quiet. He just wants to relax, play his clarinet, and live a calm, orderly life. Sounds great, right? But living next door to this and this means that these plans will never work out. They are loud, energetic, and constantly pulling him into their chaos. So, in adulthood, this constant craving for quiet but never getting it hits close to home. Between responsibility, work, and social obligations, life can get overwhelming, and sometimes all we want is a little space to breathe. Squidward shows us that while it's important to have a me time, it's just as important to adapt to the noise and chaos of life. Number 2. Now let's talk about work. We all know that Squidward works at the Krusty Krab as a cashier, and he hates it. He clocks in, zones out, and waits for the day to end. Sounds familiar? Squidward is a classic example of working for the weekend. He's doing the job, but there's zero passion there. In a way, Squidward represents the reality many adults face when they're stuck in a job they don't love. But he also reminds us of the importance of finding meaning outside of work. We may not love our job, but we can still find joy in other things, just like Squidward, finding his clarinet, his art, and his dreams of a peaceful life. It's a reminder that our job doesn't define us, even if we're clocking in a day after day. Number 3, dealing with annoying people. Let's face it, adult life brings us face to face with our own personal Spongebob and Patricks. Those super enthusiastic, overly cheerful people who somehow manage to push our buttons. For Squidward, that's Spongebob in a nutshell. Spongebob is always trying to include Squidward in his fun, which usually annoys Squidward to no end. But here's the twist. SpongeBob genuinely likes Squidward. And deep down, maybe Squidward actually enjoys the company. So, as adults, we sometimes forget that even the people who annoy us might genuinely care about us or want to connect. Squidward teaches us that sometimes we need to let go of the grumpiness and allow others into our lives, even if they're a little enthusiastic. Number 4 is the search for fulfillment. One of the biggest things about Squidward is his endless pursuit of happiness. Whether he's trying to perform music, create art, or just find that perfect slice of peace, he's always searching for something that feels out of reach. Sounds familiar? This grass is always greener mindset is sometimes so many of us experience as adults. And in psychology, this is called the hedonic treadmill, where we keep thinking, if I just had this, I'd be happy. But when we finally get it, we already looking for the next thing. Squidward reminds us that fulfillment isn't a destination, it's a process. Happiness isn't found in the next achievement, it's found in appreciating what we have now. Even if that means accepting a little chaos from our Spongebobs and Patricks along the way. Psst, last one. The last one is learning to laugh at ourselves. And maybe the biggest lessons from Squidward. Sometimes we just need to laugh at ourselves. Squidward's life's full of little disaster and everyday annoyances. But if he could laugh at it a bit more, he'd probably be a lot happier. Life doesn't go perfectly for anyone, and learning to find the humor in our bad days can make them a lot easier to handle. So, in the end, while we might start out life dreaming of being SpongeBob, many of us end up being Squidward. But that's okay. Squidward reminds us of the realities of adulting and the need for balance, the challenges of work, and even the ups and downs of friendship. The trick is to balance a bit of Squidward's realism with a sprinkle of SpongeBob's optimism. After all, if Squidward can survive the chaos of Bikini Bottom with his dignity, mostly intact, so can we.